Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, it's debate day. We've been waiting all this time, and this is one step into the presidential race. Of course, there's been many steps, but one step more closer. We have, this is probably one of the most, as you know, earliest debates we've ever scheduled since, I don't know. Honestly, this could be the earliest ever, but this is pretty much going to be an interesting debate. It's a debate whether to question Joe Biden's cognitive ability to become president. Joe Biden's handlers were like, "Hey, buddy, you got to do this. You got to do it. You got to accept the challenge." Because if Biden didn't accept the challenge, he would be a coward, right? He would be chickening out. And he can't do that, especially as the president of the United States. Besides, he has chickened out a lot as president, right? And when it comes to the debate, Joe Biden wants to, as you know, show the American people that he's ready to stand up for Trump. Well, a lot of Americans thinks he can't. In fact, Joe Biden is the favorite to lose the debate, according to polls. So, honestly, I think the tables are going to turn. I could arguably say that Joe Biden won both debates in 2020. That's because he was, as you know, mentally okay, not to a point, as you know, and Donald Trump was the incumbent president. Trump did make some good claims. He did make good, as you know, retaliations against Biden's attacks. But now Joe Biden's the president. Now Joe Biden got to sit on the seat, and he made all those promises on the first debate. All those promises about, as you know, Green New Deal, Roe v. Wade, reparations, stacking the Supreme Court. And what has that gone to? Why is the ultra far left not supporting Biden anymore? No one likes being lied to, especially when it comes to getting you out and to vote to get voted in, right? Joe Biden really just needed their votes. It doesn't really matter if has to pay them back. And he assumes that, oh, these voters, they're going to come and vote for me in November because they have no choice. Trump bad, Trump orange, Trump fascist. And that's the mindset of the Democrat Party. But little did they know that that's not democratic, right? Demonizing your political opponent. I know they can do that to a point, but demonizing to the point that you are convicting your political opponent, doing whatever you can, spending lots of money to get this guy behind bars. That's different. That's wrong, right? If you're going to run for president against Donald Trump, you're going to do it fairly. But the liberal media says he can't do it fair. He can't do it. He has a disadvantage because he's incumbent. He is mentally has he's mentally declining. And they won't mention that. They won't talk about that. They won't bring that up. But that's what they're implying, if they like it or not. So therefore, we have to make Trump's life a little harder. Well, I'll tell you what, Americans care less about a convicted felon. In fact, I believe Americans have to choose between a convicted felon or someone who needs to be in a nursing home. This is the Americans' choice. So, what should we expect from these debates? Let's start off with Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden, a lot of people say Joe Biden's going to do so bad? Well, I'm going to say, you know what? It really depends. Let's see. He doesn't have a teleprompter because that'd be cheating. I think the liberal media is trying their best to get the teleprompter on there. But here's the thing, Joe Biden, I don't know. I think they'll find a way to get Joe Biden through answering the questions because, as you know, CNN and Joe Biden, they're a team. CNN isn't here to moderate the debate. They're there to help Biden perform, as you know, perform, overperform in many different ways. So, yes, my expectations, they're going to find a way that he can he can speak quickly without stuttering or having a Mitch McConnell moment. But yeah, realistically, I'd expect there not to be a teleprompter because realistically, if you're gonna play it fair and square, if you're gonna play it fair and square, as you know, you would have to form up your own opinions. You don't get to know what's going on with the questions, as you know. I'm sure they'll be telling Joe Biden the list of questions they'll be giving him, and they'll be coming up with a response. But here's the thing, Donald Trump, he's going to be firing back. I think they're going to be trusting Joe Biden to do firing back at the best he can with Trump. Another thing, Joe Biden will be on drugs. He will not. There's no way that he won't be on drugs. If they're going to drug him up during a State of the Union address, they're going to drug him up during this. We could think, oh, CNN or liberal media, whatever they are, Democrats, Biden's handlers, they're going to send Joe Biden off and see how good he does. Well, here's the problem with that. Yes, do that. But if the Democrats really cared about money and really cared about democracy, as they always say, they would listen to the voters during the Democrat primary, that 87%, like they always say. Look at how good Biden did. 87% of Democrats voted to re-elect him, to renominate him. Yeah, imagine if something happened to that, where we screwed over those votes and we said, you know what? Doesn't matter what you guys think, this guy's incompetent. Well, okay, yeah. You're basically saying that after 3 years of telling us that he's just fine. That doesn't make you look good. Democrats are dumb not to know that. So, yes. And everyone's predicting that the Trump and Biden debate will be bad. Well, here's the thing. It really depends. We're talking about Donald Trump. How should Donald Trump behave? Well, I'm going to tell you, even though we support Donald Trump through this ordeal, Donald Trump has the same coordinates and responsibility with Joe Biden as Joe Biden. The first debate was bad 4 years ago. And that was mainly because of Trump. Okay? A lot of people, minority of people were like, hey, you know what? This is showing the American people that this guy's hyped up. And that's probably what he was thinking. I'm hyped up. I'm ready to argue. But really, the American people interpreted it as Trump not listening to the moderator. If you're not going to listen to the moderator, how are you going to listen to the American people? That's how a lot of Americans interpret it. He did better in the second debate. And I'm thinking my hopes and prayers is he's going to kind of learn how that first debate got him, where it got him, because it did not make him look good. And in fact, he gave Joe Biden the golden medal right away. I understand his strategy there, but you know what? Republicans have a huge legacy of backfiring and screwing up during debates. I'm not trying to hate on Republicans. I'm saying what it is. We have, as you know, Herschel Walker bringing up his, I don't know what it is, but he brought up something during the debate. He was told to put it away. That was kind of awkward, wasn't it? And in even the late debates in the 1970s, the Kentucky Senate election, the Republican nominee brought a bell and rang it every time the Democrat nominee lied. Okay, it's clever. That's what he was kind of thinking. This is kind of clever, but then again, he's breaking the rules. That does not make you look good. The moderator's telling you numerous times to put it away. He wouldn't put it away. In fact, he kept ringing it. Yeah, there's a reason why he lost in that Senate election. So my constructive criticism, it's not criticism, as you know, it's constructive. Republicans really need to learn from their mistakes. Play by the rules. Will Democrats play by the rules? Absolutely not. Not in this election. They have no choice but to play in the rules. There's going to be a lot of mic cutting. I can guarantee you Donald Trump's going to be arguing more with the moderator than he will with Joe Biden. Oh, that's because he's going to be interrupting. No. Well, we don't know that. I can't say if only Trump knows if he's going to interrupt or not. The liberal media says he's going to interrupt. And in fact, the liberal media wants Donald Trump to interrupt because everyone knew when he interrupted, that gave Joe Biden the victory. And that's why we have liberal media saying they're praying for a bad debate. They're praying for a bad debate for Trump and just for Joe Biden to pull it through. But yes, you really think that Joe Biden's not going to be on drugs? Come on, guys. Come on. These people tell us all the time that Joe Biden's mentally sharp, right? Mentally sharp. If they're going to drug him up during the State of the Union address, where he has a teleprompter, they're definitely going to drug him up during a debate where he won't have a teleprompter, that he'll have to react quickly and know what he's going to say. Right? But I'll tell you, it's been a couple months since the State of the Union. We've seen recently Joe Biden really having awkward times. I doubt he was on drugs when he was in France, in Normandy, where he was at G7, and in Italy. I doubt he was on drugs during the fundraiser in Los Angeles with Jimmy Kimmel. But you can tell, guys. You can tell. Smart people with a brain can tell. The Democrats and the liberal media thinks you're dumb. Really dumb. And if you form your own opinion, they'll quickly put you in your place and they'll call you as misinformation. That's them thinking you're dumb again. Just say, you know what? I don't care what you call me. You can call me misinformation, disinformation. It really doesn't matter. You can call me racist. You can call me a fascist. You can call me a narcissist. It doesn't really matter. They're just words because those words kind of used to mean something back in the old days, but since it's been utilized to benefit one's political career and agenda, it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Americans can tell the difference. They really can tell. So, what are your thoughts in regards to this debate? I do not do live streams, and this debate, I believe, is copyrighted. So, I don't know. I think you need a license in order to moderate. But, anyways, will you be watching this debate? Most Americans, according to the AP, plan to watch. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, see you all in the next political episode.